Hello and welcome to the Weekly Wraparound, part of Hockey Hype Australia's podcast network. We are, of course, joined by special guest Michaela Fellowes, Commissioner of the AWIHL, and Nathan Walker as well. We've got some news to share. I'm Gordon Goodenough, joined by Andrew McDougall. Andrew, you've got something to start with, or... Here we go. We've got Phil Taylor. Hi, everyone. Just a note, you may notice just a little logo, TTC, proud partners. We should have an announcement coming out in the next couple of days, but TTC has come on board as our official quality partner. So we will have more information about that for quality assurance and software testing purposes. But first of all, welcome along. It's great to have you. You've been busy, Nathan. You've been around at jamborees and IHA tournaments and practicing with AIHL teams and down running clinics. How are you doing?
Yeah, no, doing really well. It's been a busy off season, but it's been good. You know, sharing the knowledge and the wealth of the game of hockey. It's been great, and I've been having a blast doing it.
And you've made quite an impression. I think my social media feed is filled with people with selfies with you as well at various tournaments, etc. We had Linda Holt who is covering para ice hockey for us, and she had like a great photo of you and her, and of course giving out the awards together as well last week for the Boxall and the De Vries tournament, which was pretty cool. But talk to us about the Australian Women's Ice Hockey League. What's your interest here? And Michaela, you may be able to shed some light on what's happening. Why have we got yourself and Nathan Walker here on the show?
Well, Nathan has kindly agreed to be our ambassador this year. And, many people have asked me why Nathan, and I'm like, well, why not Nathan? You only have to look at the crowds he's drawn to, the jamboree and all of the media hype that has come with having Nathan here. And I thought, well, why not try and get him as our ambassador for this year to build up the the league and to get it out there and see what we can make of it. And yeah, why not use homegrown talent? Well, homegrown talent who has connections, and not only for the league but also for players as well. To get their names out there, to get this exposure through everybody watching the YouTube of the games when the season starts in November. It gets everybody's name out there, and the opportunities that can come from this a little bit of cooperation. It is such a small community, particularly here in Australia, and the more we can do to publicise it, the better off it is, particularly the women's game.
Yeah, and Nathan, how do you feel about being involved with the AWIHL as an ambassador of the league?
Yeah, definitely. Obviously, I'm proud to be an ambassador of the league and very honoured to. And just to touch on what Michaela said, obviously we want to try and grow the game as much as we can. And, whether it's this league, the AIHL, or all the other leagues that do happen in Australia, all the way from, the Jamboree up to Browns tournaments, I think, if I can have any part in that in trying to grow the game and share the wealth, and, I want to be able to do that anytime I can.
Yeah, no, brilliant. We've got some love in the comments about the news. Danielle King, of course, Sasha King, goaltender of the Perth Inferno. Wow, that's so fantastic. Very exciting to have Nathan Walker on board with the ADUB. Howdy, folks, from Jeffrey Allen Roth. Awesome news, of course, from Phil Taylor. And g'day, Paul Furness. And Danielle King, far out. I can't wait to tell Sasha when she gets home from the rink as well. talk us through what's your impression of women's hockey and seeing that growth as well.
Hello.
Yeah.
I think we might have lost a connection for Nathan, so we'll try and remove Nathan and get Nathan back on. See if there's a better connection.
Did you want to maybe comment on that, Michaela? We've seen obviously in Australia the Matildas effect where the women's team has really gained popularity and it's been fantastic to see. Can you speak a little bit about the women's hockey effect too? We've got the AWIHL, which has had such good growth, and the PWHL.
Yep. And also, the growth of hockey here in Australia, particularly from the girls who play in the AWIHL, has really also, caught the eye of the AAHF. So that leads into, we have the Trans-Tasman for the first time ever for the women's game happening in October against New Zealand. That's in being held in Newcastle on the 19th and 20th of October. So, that's a big call out from AAHF. Just how well we are doing as a country and how well our teams are doing on the international stage.
You're on mute, GG.
I know it's a collector's item. And what have you seen, Nathan, from the growth of women's hockey in North America and also what you've noticed here in Australia as well?
Yeah, it's great. I mean, obviously in the States with the PWHL, the growth of that has come a long ways, and it's great to see the recognition those athletes are getting. And then also back here in Australia, I was fortunate enough to watch that gold medal game for the state championships up there last week, and you could see the skill and the speed of the players, and it was really fun to watch. And I think if we can get it out there a bit more, and bring more people into the stands and whatnot, it's really such a great game to watch. And I'm, like I said before, I'm just proud to be a part of it in any way that I can be.
And what's oh yeah, sorry, Dukes.
No, I was just going to say, GG, before we move on, we do have this banner here that we just want to say thank you to Skaters Network and Bauer for making it happen and helping to get Nathan on our program tonight. We really appreciate the efforts from Skaters Network and Bauer and Sean and everyone involved to get Nathan on the show. So I just wanted to chuck that one up there, GG, before we moved on. Nathan, is there plans for you to be involved? I know you've obviously got your own career throughout the year. Is there plans for you to maybe get involved throughout the AW season here in terms of maybe videos or something like that?
Yeah, of course. Whether it be shout outs or messages to the players, the fans, so on and so forth. I'm open to everything. And like I said, I just want to help grow the game. And, to touch on what I said earlier, when I was up there last week, watching the gold medal game, it was a great game to watch. I mean, the speed, the skill, it was really good. And it would just be good to bring that, that kind of atmosphere and energy to all those kind of games like that.
Yeah, it was a big win by Queensland. They couldn't win the State of Origin, but they won the Stephanie Boxall Championship. And Katrina Rapchuk, some of her moves it was like a 3-on-0, I think, and the little shoulder shimmy and getting it past Amelia Knott was pretty special. It was a good game. It was a very good game.
It was, yeah, it was for sure.
Do you have this might be a bit controversial, but do you have a favorite team in the AW or in the PWHL? If you don't want to mention your bias in the AW.
I mean, obviously it's going to be the Sirens for me, but no, I think they struggled a little bit last year, so hopefully they can do a little bit better this season coming up. But sometimes that happens, so hopefully they can finish a little higher up in the ladder and get to that finals weekend.
Yeah. And the PWHL as well. I think it has been fantastic for some players here to see like a pathway to professional hockey, and it certainly looks more stable than kind of additions in the past. Do you reckon we'll see an Aussie player playing in the PWHL at some point, or what do you think it will take to make that happen?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely hope so, and I believe that there will be an Australian at some point playing in that league. And just I guess my message to anyone that does want to try and get over there, it's hockey is just not a one training thing or a 2 games over the weekend kind of thing. It is a 7 days a week. You do need to put the effort in away from the rink as well, and all that kind of pays dividends towards the end goal of you wanting to play in the league that you want to play in. And I'm saying it again, but the speed and skill of those games that I watched up on the other day, for sure there could be some players playing the PWHL at some point.
And Michaela, what does it mean to you to kind of hear that kind of endorsement for the local talent that we have here in Australia, and seeing the Australian senior women's team, the national team is made up predominantly of local players.
Yeah, I think it is a testament to the players and the effort that the girls do put in, and considering all of them pay to play, they don't have a lot of them don't have major sponsors that pay their season. These girls pay to play, and it is an expensive sport, particularly here in Australia. And the ones that do make it overseas, they've got the dedication and they want to be there. It's not like it's something for them to do. They want to be there because they have to pay to play, not only AW, but into the national teams as well, and the local league. It's not a free kind of stick and puck kind of session. It is they're there because they want to be there.
And the sketch. Oh yeah, sorry, Doogie. You go.
No, all good, mate. All good. Michaela, I just wanted to ask what's the plan now? Nathan's obviously returned home and been the hottest ticket in town, as Gordon mentioned before, flying here, there, and everywhere. Before Nathan kickstarts another NHL season, is there a plan between the Australian Women's Ice Hockey League and Nathan before going back to the NHL?
Well, you just have to wait to see what comes out tonight, don't you? No, we actually have our official season launch tonight. Right after this show, we will be, once everything comes through, we'll be uploading to social media, hopefully tonight, the season release video as well as a schedule for this upcoming season. So it will be, released onto our socials tonight.
And what's happening with finals? You said that there was some news that only the teams knew, and
yes.
we're quite curious.
So this year, obviously, we have the Ducks coming in their induction. They're playing induction games, so they're playing 6 games that are actually built into our schedule this year. So they will be playing away in Perth. They'll be playing Perth Inferno here in Perth. They'll be playing Brisbane Lightning in Brisbane, and they'll also have a home game against Melbourne Ice back in Reservoir at their home rink. As well as this season for the finals, we wanted to do something a little bit different and really showcase the talent that we have here in Australia. So where usually it's the top 4 teams get to go to finals weekend, they do the semis on the Saturday, then they play for the medals on the Sunday. We are going to be having all 6 teams there for the weekend. So the Ducks will play the 5th place team as a curtain raiser to the semi-finals on the Saturday, and then those 2 teams will play again as a curtain raiser for the medal games on the Sunday. So really showcase the insane talent that we do have here in Australia, in a sport that is played through summer for us girls, which is just mind blowing. And it really showcased the talent that we do have, and to build up for the next year's season when we do have the Ducks come in full time for the season, for the 25-26 season.
And Nathan, I know you spent a bit of time out at Ice HQ with Ross and the people out there. Have you got any thoughts on what you've seen from ISHQ and the Ducks coming in?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a great facility, very, very hockey driven. I mean, just through the camp that we did down there, you could see, and to touch on what Michaela said, it was the want from everyone that was there. You could see that they wanted to get better and they wanted to learn, and you know, like you were saying, a lot of players in Australia do pay to play, but they pay to play because they love the game and they want to get better, and they want to strive to be the best they can, and that really made me happy. Like just having everyone come out that wanted to get better and wanted to learn. So I think they're doing a really good job down there, and it's going to be a very exciting season with the Ducks coming in.
Do you have a message for the players or in the AWIHL or like a level of involvement that you want to have? I know you've mentioned that you'd like to do some things during the season, but you know, if you could choose one thing that you want to do, what would it be in support of the league?
I mean, I would love to come to multiple games and do everything, but you know, unfortunately, the season is during the summer months, which means I'm back overseas and you know in North America, so it's kind of tough to do that. But I'd love to be involved in any way possible, and whether it's helping players, you know, coaches, even if they got questions, players have questions in regards to certain things. You know, I'm definitely an open book when it comes to things like that, and I just want to see the growth of the sport. You know, obviously just continue to grow and the skill level, you know, continue to grow as well. And then obviously see some players head over to North America and get their names out for the PWHL at some point.
Maybe Nathan can bring the Stanley Cup back with him after next season for the A-Dub.
Yeah, there we go. That'll be cool.
We do have a question regarding Nathan's favorite A-Dub team, the Sydney Sirens, and Paul Finesse just mentions that they just need a few more players in Canberra. The Canberra Pirates do play quite well out of there. But this is a question for Michaela. Is there any chance the Sirens home game could be held in Canberra? Maybe not this season, but the next. And we saw that with the PWHL where they went to non-PWHL cities to kind of, you know, test the growth.
Yeah, Paul, that's a great question. I'm not against it. So it'd just come back down to what the teams would like to do. And if the teams are in support of it, then yeah, I'm all for it. As long as there's ice, we're all good. Yeah,
good. And we've got a question for you, Nathan. Any chance you'll be getting over to Perth?
There's nothing in the works right now. But I would definitely love to come over there and see what's happening in Perth. I haven't been there for a long time. I think maybe 2003 Ginsberg Championships might have been one of the last times. But no, I think it would be a great chance to go over there. So there's a possibility for sure.
Brilliant. Anything else, do you wanted to ask or?
We do have that photo here. Did you want to throw that up? Gordon, there's a great photo here with Nathan and Mark. Nathan's got the AWIHL sweater on with the handshake at O'Brien. It's a great photo.
Yeah, good old Mark Weber. He can tell a story, can't he, Nathan? He can tell a story. He's been very involved in ice hockey.
Yeah, no, we're definitely having a chat for a long time. Yeah. Oh, he is. Yeah. No, he's. I remember seeing him a very long time ago as well, so it was great to catch up with him. But yeah, no, we had a nice, long, lengthy chat, and he's a great man for sure.
Yeah. And I was just really grateful that I keep my AW jersey washed.
Oh yeah, mine's
because we didn't have a spare one, so I had to quickly express post it from Perth to Melbourne.
Yes, that's right. I do remember that. It did smell good, so that's fine. Usually, sometimes I
so
get them and you can still kind of smell the last night's game on them. So no, that was good. It was good.
Yeah. Great. Anything else that's either of you wanted to say? We just want to make sure we've given you a platform to say what you needed to.
You know, I think I just want to thank Nathan for being our ambassador this year, and I look forward to working with him, and even if it is just videos, because he can't come in, given that we the timing that we play our season, I'm really looking forward to working with him for the year.
We've got just a comment from Eric Boulder. A question for the AWIHL Commissioner: should the Adelaide Rush turn left or right of King William onto North Terrace during the championship parade? What's your?
If they are if they're the championships, if they're the champions, they can go left or right. There, I don't care which way they go. They can go whichever way they want. They've got the keys to the city.
Yeah. Eric Boulder is the voice of hockey in Australia. He does such a great job commentating. But no, it's been a pleasure having you on. Thanks again for making the time.
Thanks for having us.
We really appreciate it. It's great to see that the league have an ambassador. An ambassador of the caliber of Nathan Walker is immense. So this is huge news. Thank you for your involvement with local hockey here and women's hockey in particular, Nathan. It's phenomenal.
Yeah, no, not a problem. Obviously, I'm proud to be an ambassador of the league, and looking forward to seeing it grow. And I'm very excited for a very exciting season. Like I said before, unfortunately, I can't be here for the start of it. But yeah, no, I'm very excited to see what the season has in store.
Well, if you do tune into the live streams, you'll hear Gordon's dulcet tones across the commentary, Nathan. So
I'll be sure to check that out for sure.
Yep.
I'll have it on full volume.
Yeah, put it on mute. Put it on mute, mate, for your own good. And Gooch Carragoulet wanted to say Nathan is a true ambassador for Australian hockey around the world, from one great ambassador of the sport to another. So yeah, that's lovely from the Gooch. But that's great. Thank you. And so the schedule will be released tonight, Michaela?
Crossing fingers, yes. If all goes to plan with social media, as you guys know, that sometimes it hiccups. But we will be releasing it tonight. So season starts on the 2nd and 3rd of November, culminating in the finals on the 1st and 2nd of March in Melbourne.
Yeah, and it'll be 52 games, right? Because it'll with those 2 extra finals games. So
yeah, and also
cool.
The 6 games that the Ducks are playing, Ducks will be playing as well. So
yeah, all right. Factored them in.
Yeah.
Brilliant, excellent. Well, look forward to seeing the season. Thank you for joining us. Thanks everyone for tuning in. Again, shout out to. No problem. Big shout out to Bauer and Skaters Network and Sean Thonsa for helping organize this, and the AWIHL for organizing this. Thanks for coming on board, Michaela, and thank you, Nathan. Thanks for joining us, and we'll catch you next time. Doogie, did you have any final words?
No, thanks, Nathan and Michaela, for coming on. Really enjoyed it. Looking forward to the AW season.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you very much. Yeah, appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Great.